I was still dancing.
Hello.
I was still dancing. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to a bonus Friday night writing sprint, productivity sprint. Whatever you want to do, sprint. I, unbeknownst to me, scheduled this on tonight at 8 o'clock. And it's also Jessica Williamson's sprint time. Apparently it's her normal sprint time. I'm a horrible friend. So if you want to go support her or you're normally over there with her, I totally understand. But she also might be going later than us. I don't know. So maybe when we finish, we can check over there. But
I don't know how long she actually goes for.
I don't know either. But I'm ready to get back to work. Because I did not get as much done in between that break as I wanted to.
Yeah, I napped real hard.
I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I ran errands. I shot out a couple queries. I finished uploading a video. I did work a little bit more on edits, but like not as much as I should have. So, you know, it was not quite as productive as I wanted it to be.
It's okay. It's what these are for.
It is. It is. I know. It's all right. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You know, sometimes you wake up from a nap and you put on lipstick.
I napped. If that's a yes, then it's a yes.
I had a good day. It was less productive than I wanted it to be, but it was a great day. So there's that.
I'm gonna go close this door real quick. I'll be right back.
As you should. Hello. Hi, Diana. For anybody new or just finding us because you wanted a productivity sprint, we are going to do a 30-minute sprint, and then we're going to do a 45-minute sprint. It's just the way that we roll. So we usually do them at 8 p.m. EST on Sundays, but we are doing extra ones. Today we had 2. Tomorrow we'll have 1. Sunday we'll have 2 as well. Yes.
Sure, he was literally so quiet until we started.
Yeah.
Live. And then suddenly he was talking.
He knows too. Because he came out and he goes, "When are you going live again?" And then he set a timer and started screaming. That's okay. Did you decide what you're going to work on?
I am going to work on the novel.
I like that for you.
Project Blue Twin.
Project Blue Twin. I have so much pasted into this notebook. I can't even. This is probably, for those of you that watch my other writing videos, I have like project notebooks for everything. And this is like, I've got Post-its taped in. I've got like notes. It's ridiculous. I think I've got washi tape holding stuff in at one point. Like it's aggressive.
That looks like a proper notebook to me. I mean, that's the way that I would expect it to look near the end of a project.
Like all the tabs.
That's amazing.
I know. It's just all of my notes from my editor and all my edits and everything that I need to get done. And I also not just remembered, but I knew that I had run forever ago a giveaway, like some campaign to have people's names included in my book, this book specifically. So I went back to make sure that I had all of the winners' names in there, which I do now. So I've been slowly working on edits. So I've got more edits to do today, which, you know, it's fine. It's going to be the main goal for a while.
At least the next month.
Yeah, I think so. I need to finish this like developmental round of edits from the editor, and then I'll give it a listen through like one of the programs that reads it to you, and I'll run it through Pro Writing, and then I'll send it back. And then I have another quicker round of edits with her, and then I'll have like line edits. We'll see. We shall see. It's a lot. Hi, Drew.
Hello.
You are very welcome for the extra sprints.
We love being able to do ones that you can participate in and not have to run off on your Monday morning job, things. So I'm glad that you get to be in one.
Yeah, it's hard, but as much as we can, we like to schedule them as diversely as possible so that everybody can join in. And especially right now during like a nano month, we try to do as much as we can with the community to encourage the work. So we're happy to do it. Aim is to get 60,000 words in the next 2 days. What are you starting at? What do you have now? Hopefully not 0. I know you don't have 0.
We've done so far.
Where are you at now? Let's see. Yay.
Yay.
That's an
It's been
exciting
nice going
part.
on this journey with you.
Yeah. That is an exciting part of the process. Hopefully it's very constructive feedback. Like I love when I get stuff I can actually use. Happy camp.
Yay.
There you go. That's fine. Sounds good, Kate. Good evening. You're very welcome.
Yeah, we didn't see a lot of our regulars this morning. I'm happy to see some of the regulars back in here.
Yeah,
and some new faces all together. It's great.
Oh, you're doing good. You're going to do great. You got this. Between tonight, tomorrow, and 2 Sunday, if you can make it to all of them, you're going to be golden. You're going to do really well. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, I think you got that. You got that.
Yeah, that's doable.
And also, I saw your note earlier. I'm glad you got past that fight scene you were struggling with this morning.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
That is amazing. So I asked this morning for everybody just to check in with themselves prior to the sprint to make sure the sprint was as productive as possible. Where are you right now in the story? Where are your characters? Where's your plot? Do you know where you're going next for this sprint? Do you know your goals for this sprint? What scenes you want to get down? What emotions you want to evoke? So where are you? Where are you going? And is there anything standing in your way? If you want to share that in the comments, you can. If you want to just answer that internally so that you have a better idea of what you're sitting down to do, I think it really helps to clarify and hone in the time that you are using to write. And then that way you have a lot less like misuse time and or confusion when you're writing. You can just like get to it. So maybe ask yourself those questions. That's fine. We don't usually do morning sprints, so we threw them at you. But I have all the other ones for the weekend already scheduled on my channel, so you can head over and set notifications for the ones that you know you can make. So go do that so you don't forget, and then you'll get notified. That's fine.
I get that.
Yeah, that's okay.
No, I'm glad you're making progress.
That's great. You'll get to push through. You're very, very welcome. That is our goal. That's what we do every single week, but we are going to, push a little bit harder this month. We're always here. And like I said, check out the Writer's Hive playlist on my channel. That's always great for inspiration and like writerly community in the comments. So you can always check there. Very good.
I didn't know he was still writing that series.
I feel like he's writing everything. Who knows? Awesome. I haven't read anything by him though either, so I'm not well versed in where he is in other different series, but I know he's got a ton of them.
Yeah.
All right. I have my post-it note of stats to record how I do. I'm ready to go. Everybody ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
I believe in you. Also, if anybody here is also as obsessed with post-it notes as I am, because I'm very obsessed with post-it notes, this thing from Etsy, it's literally just a little case and this little mold, and then it flung stuff. And then you can put it on here and trace, and it gives you little boxes. So you can like make little lines and check marks on your post-it note.
I think it
I'm not.
also has the circles too, doesn't it?
It does. It has like a circly side or the square side, but I always go square. And then I just store that at the bottom down here, and then put my post-it notes on top, and it's like, it's fantastic. It's the best $8-9 I've ever spent on Etsy in my whole life. So if you're interested, I can look up at one of our other breaks on Etsy what shop I got it from if you guys want to know, but they're fantastic. Yeah, that blue tack is amazing as well. I get it. All right. Let me actually pull up Etsy. Amber, do you have any other closing thoughts? Any other thoughts?
No.
Okay. Not closing thoughts, but any thoughts to carry them over while I look at Etsy for the link?
No, I'm just excited to keep working on this story that has been my nemesis and my best friend at the same time. So, I kind of just want it to be done, but it just is taking its sweet time.
You're doing well.
It's not, it's just being, I don't even want to say it's being an ass.
Not all stories are easy. Like sometimes they give you problems, but you're doing good. Yeah, this isn't working. Why is it not working? Why is you not working?
Can you get Etsy to come up or?
Yeah, everything's just being slow because I'm running so much right now. I think. Oh, I'm finding it.
You can look it up later and find it in our next break.
Sounds like a plan. Are you ready to roll then?
I'm ready.
Okay. I did find it. I'm just going to pop it in the comments here so you guys can have it. Wow, that was a long link. Sorry about that one, but yeah, no, it's too long. That can't be. Anyway, we'll start the timer, and then I will figure that out for you guys. Are we ready? Good luck. Good luck.
Ready?
We'll
Good
see you on the
luck,
other side
everybody.
in 30 minutes.
Here we go.
Hello, hello, hello. How did everybody make out? Stretch.
Oh.
Everybody stretch. Stretch, get water, hydrate. Oh no, glasses fell right off my head.
I did okay. I got about 450 words.
Not
Not
did you decide to
bad.
stick with the novel?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
That I did. I was also jamming out to some like drowning pool, Disturbed. I was just like, yes.
That's good. Everything's being really slow for me, so I wasn't able to listen to like my normal Spotify stuff. So I'm just like playing like iTunes music. It's not going as well for me, but that's okay. Hi.
Hello.
Everything is very slow for me. Hopefully, it's not that bad for you guys.
Character profiles are important.
Mm-hmm. Very, very. That did go fast, but we've got more coming, so don't worry about it. Yeah. I love that. 400 words. That's okay. That's fine. That means you're prepped for the next 45.
There are many times when I read back what I wrote, even just an hour ago, and I'm like, where was I going with that? I don't remember.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, poor baby. He wanted his bear.
That's great.
329 is good. Love it. I love it. I love it. Yay. It's fine. I get it. I know you only wrote it this afternoon, but sometimes you still need to remind yourself what direction you meant to be going in. It's fine. I would like to ask everybody a favor. I'm putting a link in the comments. If you could, click on that little linky link. Run over to Jess's writing sprint and tell her we all said hi. We're just going to bomb her comment section with hellos. I may or may not have snuck over during the last sprint just to say hi and support her. So there's a link to Jess Williamson. If you do not know, she is the creator and host and organizer of the Worldwide Write-a-thon. We adore her. She's usually in our sprints. I took her sprint time. I didn't know it. So if we can all give her some love and comment in her comment section, I think she's got 3 minutes left of her sprint. But when she comes back from it, she'll have a whole bunch of love there. So maybe just go support her because I like to support the other writers in the community. So let's go say hi. Back to editing the scene you were working on this morning. That's good. Well done. Feel free to tell her I sent you. We're going to spam her with support. I think she'll appreciate it. I think she'll appreciate it. I'm like watching her comments. And make sure you thumbs up her video. I did that too. Let's
Yes.
show everybody some love.
Thumbs up this one too while you're at it. You know.
I mean, you can. That would be great. I would appreciate that. But let's go show her some love. And we'll wait for everybody to do that and come back before we start the next sprint. My edits went well. I got 15 pages done. So I'm definitely picking up the pace.
Amazing.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Oh,
you guys are awesome.
Thank you for going over there. It makes me happy. It makes me happy to share the love. I should probably be like, who are these people? But that's fine. Everyone's concentration faces. I know.
I mean, there's some concentration faces that I'm like, Do I look like that? I hope not.
Every now and then I get really deep into it and I'll like have to come back and look at myself and make sure I'm not like making like a horrible stank face. But normally I'm just singing, so it's normally not too bad. Yeah, normally it's all right. She's probably going to text me and be like, "What are you doing? It's so distracting."
So they're almost done with their sprint anyway.
They're almost done. I know. There is I always have this fear too because I don't use my webcam on my actual laptop. I use like a webcam that's separate, and I usually have different setups. So one of my fears is that you just get like all chins. But listen,
not with that one up there, you don't.
No,
it is funny though when you switch over. So if anybody doesn't know, usually after the sprints with anybody we have on, we usually sit and talk for a few minutes afterward after we've stopped going live. And there have been times when Julie will switch it back to her laptop, but she's still talking to this camera. So it's like she's like, so and she's not looking anywhere near us, and we're like, she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I'm really big, or I try to be, on like eye contact. So even though Amber's down here, I can't see her when I'm talking to you guys because I want to be looking at you. So I'm like looking at the camera up here, even though she's down here. So when I switch back, because this just takes a whole bunch of energy from my computer to run the external webcam. So when I switch back to my like webcam on my computer, I'm still looking at the other one, and it's not conducive to anything, but you know, whatever. It's okay.
Luckily, mine works out that the webcam is right above the things. So even when I'm looking like here, like it looks pretty much like I'm looking at the camera. Like it's not that different.
Yeah. So. It's okay. Let's see. My class at school, 11-year-olds look really confused. Yeah. It's okay. Yeah. I don't think I have resting bitch face. I wish I did sometimes because I think that my face often invites strangers to tell me stuff I don't need to know, but that's okay. Singing. Yeah.
Julie does it a lot.
Yeah. It's just me singing. I do that a lot. All right. I think everybody is probably done over there with her. Everybody's coming from Julie Sprints. She's like,
we support each other here.
Did you play too hard today?
All right. I'm going to close down hers now that I've liked it. And Happy spammed her. Thank you for going over there. That makes me happy. I appreciate you helping me support other writers. How did everybody do? That sprint. We went over a little bit. Does everybody feel ready for 45? You feel like you're geared up now, in the mood, in the mode, warmed up and ready to go? We feel good? Hopefully.
I feel great.
Good.
I feel good. I feel so good. I feel so good.
I'm glad. I wasn't sure how you were going to do, knowing that your morning sprint was the short story. I didn't know if you're going to be able to get back into the book, but I'm glad you are.
I think that kind of was, how do I say it? Like grease the wheel, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that a word? So like it just got me back to the writing mode. So then when I switched over to this one, I was still just kind of like, okay, this is what we're doing. So it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too late.
What was that?
I don't know.
It's a shoulder dance.
I do my little dance.
All right. Well, then I think we can get back into the 45 once Amber gets the 45-minute sprint back up on there.
I'm usually quick, man.
It's my fault. I sent everybody to somebody else's channel, but that's all right. And then we'll be good. And we can jump into the next one. Rock a 45, and then you guys can go about your nights doing whatever it is else that you have to do. And then just remember 11 a.m. EST, we're back here again tomorrow for more sprints. And then I will probably just be staying the entirety of the day and continuing to work because I need to get a whole lot more done.
Yeah, tomorrow I do the morning sprint and then I have to go to my mom's house. But I'll be back and we can write at night or I'll read. I don't know yet. It just depends. But I'm gonna try to write. And then I have one more week of work. And then I'm off for a week and I go and stay in my little tiny house cabin. I'm excited about that.
That is exciting. All right. We have the timer.
The timer is ready to go.
All right. I'm glad you guys are ready. I'm glad that the first 30 minutes primed you for this. And hopefully we can all just really dig deep, get done some words. So good luck.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody.
Hello, hello. How did everybody do? Count up your words and your pages. Go ahead and put them in the comments. I'm doing math, which I am very poor at. It wasn't fantastic, but I didn't do horrible. I think I got about 17 pages.
Wow.
But,
I actually did really, really well.
ooh, excuse us.
I have like 2,500 words now, and I only had like 450 before.
That's amazing.
So I wrote like 2,000 words. Not bad.
That's not bad at all. I what am I on? I'm on page 361 of 474. I've got some work to do still.
But that's good. You made good progress today.
I did make good progress. I was at what? I'm like 100 pages over the last yesterday, today. So it's not horrible. It's not nothing.
I think I hit my stride or something. I don't think I've ever gotten that many words in a 45-minute sprint before.
That's fantastic.
I mean, I have, but not recently.
Yeah. No, it's been a minute. Because it's not necessarily been a struggle for you to get the words in, just for you to get the motivation to get the words in. So that's good. 10.5 pages is great. How's your feedback? Are you getting good feedback from your beta? I hope.
I'm very curious. I've not really had a beta. I've had critique partner, but I haven't actually gotten to like a beta process yet. And I'm very curious about everybody's experience.
It's unique, right? Because like a critique partner is a writer, so they kind of understand that everybody has a different writing style and different tone, and they know kind of constructively what to comment on and what not to. Beta, it's just like purely a reading experience, so you get a lot of different feedback, and a lot of like reader reactions. Sometimes the reactions from the readers are not what you expected or not what you intended, so like there's tweaking that has to happen. So it's a weird vibe sometimes. Just shy of 1,000 words.
Okay.
I kind of hate them.
It's okay to hate them in your first draft.
Yep. It is all right. They don't have to be perfect. They just have to be there. Yay! Well done. I'm sorry. You're doing great. Doing great. 347.
Awesome.
Love it. Feedback is good. They love the story, and my characters just pissed at my ending. Sometimes that happens. It's an author's choice, so I get it.
And that's the thing. Sometimes I love books because the ending pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
it can go either way.
Yeah.
That's okay. Emails have to get answered too, so it's okay. You're doing well. A critique partner is going to be somebody who is usually a writer or author, somebody who gives you constructive feedback on the structure of your novel, sometimes more technical things like the pacing, character development, plot holes, stuff like that, which beta can sometimes find as well. But beta is normally more of just like a casual reader, not a writer. So they're going to give you a reader's experience feedback, whereas a critique partner is going to give you like technical writing advice. I usually do both, which is fun. 563 is great. Well done, Diana. It is a very strange process. But it's helpful to go through it, right? Because you need to learn for yourself as a writer what you take and what you don't, what you use and what you don't. You know, like it's just learning what you need to change and what you are okay leaving, even if it alienates some readers, because not every book is going to be for every reader. It's important. So 110 for the night. Brainstorming. I haven't got a firm grasp yet. Yeah, that happens. Like I said, one stop for writers might help a little bit with like fleshing some of that out. I am desperate to get back into the drafting stage. So bad.
Yeah, and as far as not knowing where you want the book to go, I'm come from a hardcore pantsing way that I'm trying to get better at outlining, and I definitely feel like if I outline the first half, I know where at least I want to get to at that midpoint turn, and then I can outline the rest of it later because I don't necessarily know how I want it to end because that's just not how my brain works. My process doesn't think of, like, sometimes, like with this book, I actually did know how I wanted it to end. It's changed now, so it's fine, but because I didn't actually outline it, it was just like an idea. But yeah, I feel like it leaves me open for interpretation. Once I get halfway, I kind of know where it's going to go from there. So
Yeah. Were you here this morning? I don't remember if you were or not, but like,
I don't think she was.
I don't think so. I think just figuring out the most dynamic, situations that you can put them in that create the most character growth or struggle or conflict. But yeah, the brainstorming part can take a little while, just until it feels ready to write. I mean, obviously the outline is important, at least for me, but the brainstorming process can take a lot of time sometimes, especially if I have other projects going on. And I know you just released another book, you've got a lot of other things going on. So sometimes you just have to sit with it a little bit longer. Not every book comes to at the same pace, and just feel it out. And it's okay too during the brainstorming stage to like take a wrong turn, be like, nah, it's not how that should go. But, it's all a part of it.
There are alpha readers, and actually somebody said something in a video recently about alpha readers, and I was so curious that I Googled it. So an alpha reader is like a beta reader, but instead of getting a polished manuscript, they read the like draft 0, rough draft. So it's like an alpha reader would read it in the first draft stage, and then a beta reader would read it once you edited it and feel like it's ready for readers. Like,
I would never force somebody to read. I would never ask somebody to alpha read my books ever.
To me, it's like, that's what, I guess if you didn't have a critique partner, because I would let someone critique my first draft or a rough second draft.
Yeah.
But they're writers, so they understand how the process works. I wouldn't let a reader read that because I can't see that they would know how to fix things at that point because they're just readers.
Yeah. I feel like there's different times where I think it's helpful to get feedback. For me, on a draft 0, I still want to do my own edits and get it to a place where I'm comfortable sharing it, knowing it's still going to probably need work, but like get it to where I'm happy with it. I appreciate maybe like feedback or alpha reader on a more fleshed out outline. Like, hey, here's going to be the overall gist of my story. What do you think? Like, is this intriguing for you? Even before I write it, and they can be like, this doesn't feel like a big enough conflict, or, like, depending on how you write it, this may or may not work. So maybe on like a fleshed out outline stage. And then after I've already done my own edits. I don't think I could give it to somebody before I even do my own edits. And I have pretty clean first drafts, but I still don't think I could do it.
You do. Maybe if it was another writer, and instead of getting like as a critique partner, if you say, hey, you're a writer, I don't need you to give me the technical stuff like a critique partner, just give me your overall thoughts and give them as an alpha reader. Maybe in that situation I would not, like I said, it would have to be a writer. For somebody to see it that early, they would have to also be a writer. I just couldn't do that to a poor reader. I couldn't. No. My draft 0s are rough. They're rough. I couldn't.
The only person that I think has ever Alpha read for me was you on the first iteration of this book. Because I hadn't edited
it's so different then.
at all. It's not anywhere near the same book I'm publishing at all.
No.
But yeah.
But even then, it was your first go at it. It was good still. Like it was pretty good.
Thanks. It does help.
Even every book has a different process for the same person.
Yep.
So
I concur. Yeah, dude. Yeah,
you're gonna have to create yourself like a Bible for your series just so you can make sure you have everything wrapped up.
I will say, again, that One Stop for Writers does have character sheets and character mapping where you can say like this character shows up this chapter, this scene of this book, and then also this scene of this chapter of this book, so that like you can arc them through like the whole series. I don't know. It's a lot. That website can be overwhelming, but it is really good. So like I said, they have a 14-day free trial. Maybe check out One Stop for Writing. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine. But if it does, it might be worth it. I've not had to map out a whole series yet. Well, look at you crushing it.
You've done amazing. I'm glad that you found us and we helped you get those words in today.
I am too. Like I said, 11 a.m. tomorrow, we'll be doing another one.
I'm there with you, Kayla. I did actually let Julie read one of my draft zeros that hasn't seen the light of day since, but it was rough because I pantsed the entire. I had a simple idea, and I literally just put my fingers and I started writing. I didn't do any kind of characterization. I didn't outline. I'm like, it was a true pantsing situation, and they literally just drank tea and walked down hallways like all the time.
Listen, it had potential. Did it need polishing? Yes, but it was a draft zero.
It still does. Like, I still want to go back to it because it still does have potential.
Yes, it does.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. You're like, I was here this morning. I know. I'm sorry. My brain.
Yes, I'm there with you. It's word vomit. It's you trying to figure out your story. It's kind of like I think it was Alexa Dunn had said that for her, a draft zero is almost like a pantser's version of an outline. You're just working through and trying to find the story. And then once you find the story, then you can actually write the story. But that's just word vomit to figure out the story.
Yeah.
I kind of like that thought, but it's a lot of words for that.
To figure out what the true story is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Partners
are great for that. I don't have a partner. I'm so lonely. No, I'm not lonely, but I have a brother. I have a brother that I live with, but he doesn't read, so he would never.
A vomit draft. The kids I work for, or the kids I nanny, call it sloppy copies.
That's cute. That's great.
There you go.
I would, if I am ever in a relationship again, they would have to be a reader. I've been in too many relationships where they don't read, and then they kind of don't understand your love of reading and writing, and it's just, I can't do that again.
No.
Like, you can't walk into my house and see this and not think that it's an important part of my life. Like, hello.
Yeah, no. But I don't know if I don't know if I would want my partner to alpha read, beta read, or critique, unless they had a really good understanding of the market and writing and the genre. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure their opinions would just piss me off. You know,
I mean, if they're just a straight reader,
I know more than you, and that's not. No.
I mean, if they're just a reader and they don't know much about the market and all that, a beta reading would be good, because then
beta reading's fine.
Just get their yeah. It'd be great to have a partner that's a writer. Like, that would be great.
That would be great. I'm way too like type A focused, achievery, like goal motivated to like take critiques from somebody. Like, even when I beta read, I try to beta read from people that are like booktubers or active readers in a specific genre that are like the go-to person for that genre among my friend groups. Like, I'm not going to just like throw it out to anybody. because I want somebody who like super knows the genre so they can give me the best feedback. I'd rather cast a small net than a wide net and get like feedback that actually really matters, you know? Yeah. Sorry,
Like,
I'm
I
trying to
find
hold
it
my
hard
mic up.
sometimes just watching YouTube videos when people give writing advice, not when they just talk about their process. I love watching that. But when they try to tell you how to do something, and I'm like, who are you to tell me? Like, where's all your New York Times bestsellers? Like, I get weird about it.
Yeah. I take issue with people that say that there's only one way to do it, because there's not. You know, like I don't like when people
Yeah.
say like, this is how I do it and this is how you should do it. It's like, well, no. And now you've like disqualified yourself in my eyes. Like you discredited yourself. I'm not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
Same. I don't have any kids, so I can't give my
No.
opinion on that.
But that's great. I mean, if you have people in your life that you trust to give that to, that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yay. Okay, good. We'll see you tomorrow. That's amazing.
It's also kind of awesome that you have a weekly walk with your neighbor. That's
So
I don't talk to neighbors.
No.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you have a series Bible.
Mm-hmm.
That is something to like.
Yeah.
If it would only if they were truly somebody that worked hard for it, I would be very happy for them. But if they were someone that I had worked years on it and got nowhere, and then they came in and half-assed a draft and got published, I would be so mad.
I would rate. Oh my
That's when
God.
I would be mad.
No. I can't.
But
And
like,
I'm not a very
I would
competitive
like it to
person,
be,
but no.
yeah, I would like to, if they were a writer first, to be both. So like Tessa Gratton and Natalie C. Parker, they're both successful in their own ways and they write different genres, but they both are writers and they can have that collaboration at home together and talk about things. Like, that's amazing. And watching them, I've seen them talk together at a book signing I went to, and the way they talk to each other about things is amazing and it's lovely. And I'm like, I'll never have that. It makes me sad.
No, I don't think it does make me sad. I appreciate neat division in my life. Like, I've got writer friends that are fantastic.
Thank you.
I don't need a partner that does all of that for me, because like they'd piss me off. They just would. Like, my friends don't, but I don't have to sleep in the same bed as you. I mean, I have, but I don't have to. And I don't want to.
We also, like, me and you write so differently, and so like our writing style, our writing genres, like, we're just so different.
Yeah.
It's like people have asked us, like, are you guys going to write a book together ever? And it's like, no, that would not work.
Nope.
That would not work at all.
Me and my shaky face. My family don't want to read my
Neither do mine.
No. My family don't want anything to do with my books. My family doesn't read, so I don't think they're going to ever read them, so it doesn't really matter.
My mom reads, but she reads true crime only, so that's not what I read. So
yeah, I could see that. Like, just like creatively being like, hey, I'm kind of stuck on this part of the book. What do you think about XYZ? And giving some advice, maybe.
I do love having somebody to like bounce ideas off as I'm brainstorming. Like, that is my favorite part.
It is, but I have that already.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry this is taking forever on my end. I don't know about you guys. Keeps giving me suggestions of what he would do, and I'm like, nope. Okay.
You're like, your opinions are valid, but not happening. Sorry.
Yeah. But you're really good about that too. Like, I don't get a ton of like bright, shiny ideas, and I'll get stuck on something, and Amber will be like, okay, how about this? And she'll give me like 10 ideas and none of them work, but she doesn't get upset about it, because like one of them will spark something where I'm like, okay, none of that works, but this might. And then I go off on my own and I'm like, I'm good. But if like somebody's feelings got hurt about that, like I would be.
My feelings never get hurt if somebody doesn't like my idea.
No. That's, And that's not going to lead to a happy marriage or partnership. That's not, I can't imagine. No, good.
That's sweet.
That is nice.
I like that. I
like
love that for you.
Yeah. See, you got to walk. You got to get out.
Why does that make me think of House of Leaves? With like the old man that used to get out and walk with the cats and stuff.
It shouldn't.
I could have a Julie quote on my book if you're talking about me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I ever publish my book.
I would blurb you.
I would blurb you.
I would blurb you. I'm not going to have blurbs on my book. Not this first one, at least.
I'd be like, this chick is crazy, but the book is good.
But the book is great. Yeah, the one that I'm publishing now will not have blurbs. I don't have any author friends in that genre that can help me out with some blurby blurbs.
You don't usually see a lot of blurbs on first books anyway.
No, it's fine. Oh, see? That's great. But he's got that creative mindset, which is helpful.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's good. All right, friends. I am glad that we had a productive day / night / whenever you joined us. Like I said, 10 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be back here again for another sprint. And then Sunday, 1 p.m. and 8 p.m. So we'll be doing an earlier one and a later one for those of us who can't come to the late one. We're trying to diversify as much as possible. And then I'll keep you posted on following weekends and what we can get done. But we've got high hopes for a lot more sprinting this month. No.
Julie's having that problem now when she's thinking about all the people she was like, oh my gosh, they're going to read the book. They're going to read it. There's sexy scenes in it. Oh no.
Yeah. Like my grandmother's really proud. She's like, I'm going to tell all my friends to buy your book. And I was like, don't do it.
So some of you may know this about me because I think I've talked about it before, but a lot of you probably don't. The first book I ever wrote was actually an erotica about vampires. And I used to have this problem where I wrote sex and like sex scenes for like a blog, right? Just little sexy things. Oh, Julie went away. And
I have a nose drippage. Nobody needs to see it.
And so it was an erotica, and my grandmother wanted to edit it for me, so I let her read it, and I was so afraid of what she was going to say. And luckily, my grandmother is very liberal and very cool, and all she said was, Amber, it's not normal that every man's penis is just bigger than the next. They're all too big. That's not right. You don't see that. You gotta put some smaller ones in there. And I was like, Granny,
no one wants to read that.
No one wants to read about Mr. Micro Penis, like.
No one comes to smut for a 5-incher.
She's like, I understand that, but it's not realistic. And I'm like, it's about vampires.
It's a vampire. Yeah, no kidding.
She was like, but other than that, I loved it. I was like, oh my God. Man. But she's also one of the ones that read 50 Shades of Grey when it first came out. So,
I'm fine writing the sexy time. And I'm fine with strangers reading the sexy time. Or even like bookish friends reading the sexy time. But it's when like, your family's like dying to support you. And you're like, okay, buy it, but don't read it. Maybe buy it, but don't read it. Thanks.
Maybe you should just give them a list of like pages and be like, skip these pages.
I'm just gonna like because they'll all want signed copies. Because I'm just gonna rip those pages out. Like I'll just make a note of it in the final proof. In the final proof, I'll like make a note of all those pages and just rip them. Or like get one of those rollers that like you could put over checks and important papers so you like can't read it and just go to town on them. Like, not today. Yeah.
I'm looking at, I have my My grandmother is awesome. She's 86 now, but back then she was probably around 76. And I was like, oh my God, Granny.
It's not even granny. I've got like multiple like pastors and ministers in the family. Like I don't.
Yeah, my dad has a copy of that book. And he was like, I have it, and I'm glad that you signed it, but I've never read it. And I'm like, yeah,
don't read it. I'd appreciate it if you never read it. Thank you.
I was like, it's not good. Even without, like, even it's still not good. It's just not good.
Mm-mm.
Don't do it.
Mm-mm. Yay.
I'm glad we have something you can actually be a part of.
I'm very glad.
Yay.
Yeah. Sexy scenes aren't for everybody, but that's okay.
I've moved away from them. I don't really write them anymore in any books.
That used to be
like,
your fallback.
You're
like, I don't know what to have them do right now, so they shall maketh the loveth. And
why are they having sex here? I don't know. I didn't know what to write.
I didn't know what else to do. It's not the kind
of situation that they would do that in, Amber.
They just started banging it out. I'm like, it seems strange. They're
in a haunted house. Why would they just start banging it out all of a sudden? They just saw a ghost.
It's scared sex. You've never just been terrified and been like, take me now? What's wrong with you?
Please have sex with me.
Oh my gosh. You're very, very welcome.
I'm glad you all enjoyed my story.
Yeah. A clean version. I'm gonna have to figure something out. We will.
Yeah, maybe you could do a special like clean version that you can like print yourself and be like, here you go.
No, they're gonna get what they get, and they won't get upset. I'll warn them ahead of time. Just be like, it's not fade to black. You're gonna get all of that, all up in that bag.
My erection selection.
400-page book to 28-page book. It's not that much sex. Jeez. There's a story.
I will say your very first scene that you have in this book that you're editing, when I read that, I was just like, it came out of nowhere. But Jesus. Yeah. That's true. Like, it's a prerequisite. Like, well, let me see. I don't think you could be a vampire.
I got news for you. No, I'm not going to say it. That's not nice. If you're going to live forever, would you want to live forever with like... I'd be like, just let me die.
It depends on what kind of vampire you are. If you're the kind of vampire like Anne Rice where it doesn't work anymore, then it wouldn't matter.
Oh, that's true.
In my world of vampires, they still worked. So, yeah.
They still work. Yeah. It is what it is. Sex scenes happen in books is what I'm getting at. And we read at your own discretion. So thank you everybody for coming is what I'm getting at. And we will see you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for more productivity. We're going to crush it. I'm very proud of everybody's work tonight. Well done. Thank you all for joining us. Yay. And I'm excited for tomorrow. I get to sleep in an extra hour. All right, everybody. Have a great night. We will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.